Can everybody hear me now? Oh, good. Had a little bit of an audio issue earlier, but thankfully we got that taken care of. All right. So as I was mentioning, there is now a line of thunderstorms moving south of Crawford County and Warren County, and it looks like it's moving through Mercer and Venango. A lot of lightning strikes, as you can see here. Let's see. Total strikes 456. Most of them are negative, meaning they're within the clouds, and we have been getting uh, 32 strikes on the ground, though. Um, Also, it looks like some pretty heavy rain, and we even got some reports of hail. Speaking of hail, let's take a look at what we're seeing right now. Okay, so it seems like there are reports of hail right over here, just in central Mercer County. We can even see hail all the way over in Ohio. Let me just query tool real quickly. Hmm. Have a little bit of technical difficulties here. I'm trying to get some information, but oh well. At least we know that there's hail happening within Mercer County. Um, basically within this area right here. This orange area you're seeing is a severe thunderstorm warning, which will be in effect until 5:45 p.m. And given that the system is moving towards the southeast, it looks like it's going to continue um, into Butler as well as Lawrence County, maybe even down to Allegheny County. So, given the orientation of this system, we can expect the thunderstorm warnings to be issued for those counties. And let's take a look at the radar again. Yep, it looks like you can see a lot of heavy rain activity happening within central Mercer County. And if we switch over to the hail information, you can see the hail is pretty close to these purples. Um, with these purples and even some darker shades of purple, it looks like it's lining up pretty well with where the hail is happening. So this is hail information right here, and this is rain information. Rain information, hail information. So you can see it lines up pretty well with the purples and the darker shades. So it looks like there are some reported hail. There's some reported hail falling within central Mercer County, and it wouldn't surprise me if that also happens over in Venango and even up into Forest County. In general, this system is moving towards the southeast. If we look at a time lapse, you can see how much the system has developed since it has moved from Erie County down to towards the I-80 corridor. So at first, it seemed like it was pretty light. There was um, a few moments of moderate rainfall, but most of the time it was pretty light. Then it was moving down to Mercer County. It was meeting up with a lot of warmer air, and when that mixed with warmer air, it looks like it made it easier for a lot of convection to happen. A lot of convection, a lot of heat rising, and when that heat rises, it cools pretty quickly. And you can even get taller clouds, and the taller the clouds are, the more likely you're going to get hail. All right. Any more hail reports? If you have any more hail reports, just be sure to send them over our way. That would be very helpful. Okay, so if you're planning on traveling to Pittsburgh anytime soon, just be mindful of this line of thunderstorms that we are now dealing with. Line of thunderstorms, line of heavy rain. Speaking of thunderstorms, let me pull up some thunderstorm information right now. Seeing a lot of lightning strikes happening. It looks like eastern Ohio and into parts of northwestern Pennsylvania, but it seems like it's mainly south of Warren. But still, it looks like it's going to be pretty troubling if you're traveling south on I-79 towards the I-80 corridor. And given that it's moving down southeast, not going to be very surprising if this system moves down to Pittsburgh later tonight. Speaking of Pittsburgh, that's currently under a severe thunderstorm watch, which is in effect until 11 p.m. later tonight. And within this watch is a severe thunderstorm warning, which is in effect for Mercer and Venango until 5:45 p.m. And it's likely that warning is going to move down into Butler, Lawrence County, uh, and then into Allegheny County later this evening as this line of thunderstorms and heavy rain continues to move towards that direction as well. Poor Pittsburgh, they're practically underwater. Yeah, I've it's kind of surprising, really, thinking about Pittsburgh just being underwater at this point. It's like Pittsburgh's been hit hard with a lot of rain in the past week or so, and they're going to get even more rain. So that's just going to add more to the wound, really. All right. Looking through the comments right now. Small Hill in Pleasantville just a few minutes ago. All right. Yeah, if you have any hail reports, be sure to send them by comments if you'd like to. And if you even have pictures, you can send that to our weather email as well. You can find that weather email on our website, yourerie.com. All right. Now, if you look at southern Crawford County, it looks like that's a special weather statement, which is in effect until 5:30 p.m. Now, let me just look up the National Weather Service real quickly for more information on that special weather statement. I'm going to zoom in here to Crawford County. There it is, special weather statement. So this weather statement is basically saying that there are going to be wind gusts up to 50 miles per hour and likely penny-sized hail. And this is all radar indicated. Gusty winds could knock down tree limbs and blow around unsecured objects. But if we go down to where the severe thunderstorm warning is in effect right now, this is for Mercer County and Venango County. Things look a little more troubling, a little more concerning here. It looks like hazards are 60-mile-per-hour wind gusts and hail going up to maybe golf ball size. This could really impact people and animals outdoors, and expect hail damage to roofs, siding, windows, and maybe even vehicles, even over the trees and power lines. And that's another important thing to consider, power lines. Power outages may likely happen with all this activity happening in Mercer and Venango County. So with all the hail and the high winds, expect falling power lines and falling tree branches damaging those power lines. So power outages definitely not out of the question here. So National Weather Service is saying, for your protection, move to an interior room on the lowest floor of a building. So got any relatives living down who live around in this particular area, northern Mercer County or Venango County, just take those precautions pretty seriously. Just go to an interior room, maybe go to a lower level. Just stay safe and limit your time outdoors as much as possible. All right, reading through more comments. All right, thanks for the update. All right, Joe said my forecast always to the point and accurate. Thank you for that, Joe. Ooh, skipped right over Springboro, but boy, is the sky black to the south. Yeah, I would imagine the sky is pretty black. You know what? That reminds me, if we pull up some weather cameras right now, if we pull up Meadville, this is what Meadville looks like right now. It was dealing with a few rain showers and even some heavy downpours earlier, but it looks like it's mainly in the clear. Now, if I can just try to point the camera down south, we might be able to get an idea of how dark the skies are just south of Meadville. Let's see. But in the meantime, if you are currently planning on traveling down to Mercer County or Venango County, just be careful. There is hail expected down there, as well as high damaging winds, even some falling tree branches, and maybe damaging power lines. Let's see. Let me try to point the camera south. Is this south? Whoa. Yes, I do believe this is pointing south. Uh, okay, now it looks like it's pointing to the east a little. Trying to find a little preset of the camera pointing south, but it looks like we don't really have a lot of those. Let me just manually pan the camera towards the south, just past this building here. Ooh, look at that. Looking pretty juicy down south. Okay, so yeah, here is the Meadville camera pointing down south. You can see how much darker the sky really is. A lot of thick cloud cover, and yeah, thunderstorms and heavy rain definitely not out of the question there. This is south of Meadville, looking towards Mercer and Venango County. Is Erie in the line of the storms? No, Erie is now in the clear, thankfully. If we go back to the radar, we can see Erie is pretty much in the clear from all of that, from all those thunderstorms, but we could still see a few periods of rain. Other than that, partly cloudy skies, and it seems like that's going to be the case for Crawford County and Warren County as well. But anywhere south of that, like Mercer and Venango, a lot of thunderstorms, and it looks like we're getting even more positive strikes, more lightning strikes actually hitting the ground, stretching from eastern Ohio to northwestern Pennsylvania. All right, let me just pull up some hail information, get rid of that lightning. And if you look right here, this is some hail information. Looks like this is um, hail that will likely happen within this area. And we actually have been getting reports of hail earlier. Looks like it was mainly pea-sized, but within this thunderstorm warning, it's possible it could go up to golf ball size. At least that's what the National Weather Service has been saying. We could see darker shades over in eastern Ohio near Parkman, Nelson, and Champion, even towards Cortland. So with these darker shades, it looks like the size of the hail could be a little larger. Hmm. Huh. Trying to pull up a little bit more information, but something wrong with our query tool. Hmm. Anyway, if you have any plans on going to Eastern Ohio, like anywhere north of Youngstown and Bourbon, just be mindful of any large hail. Oh, there we go. No, that's actually some rainfall. But yeah, just be mindful of any large hail out in Eastern Ohio, and even over in Mercer in Venango County. So in general, if we look at this time lapse of this system, we can see that it's generally moving towards the southeast. So in a pretty short time later this evening, it looks like the system will move out of Mercer County and Venango. So by that time, you can breathe a sigh of relief. But for anybody living closer to Pittsburgh, it looks like it's going to be a little more concerning. So my best advice, just be sure to limit your time outdoors, and yeah, just be sure to have, if you have a garage, make sure your car's in the garage, and to avoid any hail damage to your roof. Also, be aware of hail damaging like the roofs of houses and trees and even power lines. So be mindful of power outages, which is definitely not out of the question with this system continuing to move down south. All right. On the plus side, this system actually has been cooling us off. It has been a pretty warm day earlier, but if we look at the current temperatures, looks like things have been cooling down. Yeah, we're still dealing with 70s Youngstown, Franklin, but in Erie, it looks like it has dropped down to the 60s. So thankfully, it looks like that rain has cooled us down, even though it's a little concerning now for Mercer and Venango. But yeah, that's just a little update that I wanted to give to everybody. So just along I-79 towards the I-80 corridor, that's where we're seeing much of the severe weather. A lot of heavy downpours, possible hail, and thunderstorms. So if you live close to that area, just be careful, stay indoors as much as possible. I'll have more updates in my full weather forecasts on Jet 24 Action News at about 6:10 p.m. later tonight. So stay tuned for that. All right. Thank you all for watching, and stay safe out there. Bye.